So one of the drills or sequences that I've been obsessed with in drilling is one that's known as the 724, or also known as the Pito at Pito. Now, I was first introduced to this drill sometime last year. That's 2019. And since then, I've been working on the flow, working on remembering the patterns, working on the different ways I can think of applying that drill in training and especially in sparring. And this year, I was fortunate enough to attend 2 Zoom seminars by Tuhon Loki, where he covered quite extensively the drills and the applications of 724. I would say this drill has 2 main components. You've got the base 7 count, and you've got 1 of 7 entries that you can use to get to that 7 count and execute it. The 7 count ends where it begins, so you can loop this drill indefinitely, or you can go from the first entry to the 7 count, second entry 7 count, third entry 7 count, so on and so forth. So you've got 7 entries, and you've got the base 7 count, which is where I believe they get the name Pito at Pito from, 7 and 7. Where the 24 comes into play is when you take the 7 entries and do them in one sequence without the base 7 count, and that's where you get the 24 count. The 724 has been described to me as a tri-V abecedario, or because of the overlap, a tri-V Seguidas. Now, I'm someone who loves both the Doce Metodos and tri-V paths to learning Pekiti tertia, and I want to do and learn as much as possible. And so what we have is a drill where I use the 1 and the 2 angles as a platform, and then we break into contradas, and from contradas I have a choice to apply the first or second Seguidas from the first set, or the first and second entries into the 7 count from 724. Using this training session, I'd also like to talk about training progression, or how we progress with intensity in drills. Now, there are many different ways to do this. I use a variety of them, but one simple way is to think about, okay, when I first learn the drill, I'll do it slowly, I'll do it so that I'm getting all my movements correct, and my accuracy and precision are there. And as I build up to it, now my partner's going to feed me the strikes, and I'm going to use that drill against those strikes. But he's feeding the strikes at a reasonable speed, it's not full power, and maybe if I'm getting confused, he slows down and he waits for me to get in position before he feeds the next strike. This allows us to build up the fluidity and the knowledge of how to apply these drills. But as we go on, I also want to be able to apply these drills in an energy that's closer to live energy. So when you look at these clips, you'll notice that I'm wearing gloves and my training partner's wearing gloves. And this allows us to strike with greater intensity, with greater speed, greater strength, without worrying about injuring our partner. It also trains our accuracy when we're hand hunting. But the main reason I'm doing it for this session is so that we get to apply the drill at an energy that's closer to live energy or to sparring than just I do the drill and you're feeding me carefully. So, till next time, keep training and have fun.